right, here we go. Get ready. Get ready.
Okay.
Oh, wait. We're live. We're live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another PKAT Chat.
Yes, welcome.
Script girl, bring me my script. Anyway.
You better not have a script, girl.
Hey, everyone. How's it going? Ryan and Mel here from PK Adventure Travels.
Yes,
and we are coming out with another PKAT Chat.
Yes. So that means it is Thursday, our new time slot.
Yes.
From now
Friday Eve.
I like that. Friday
You
Eve.
like Friday Eve? I
That's
mean,
like a
it's so awesome.
glass half full kind of person.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it. It's Friday Eve. It is.
Friday Eve it is.
Yep. CJ and Christine should be joining us in a little bit. They, because they're both remote, like 100% remote, headed down to where we're camping this weekend in Mayaca a day early. So
yeah, they snuck out a little early.
Yep. So they had to go pick up a few things, though. A couple of things they forgot, I believe, and also just due to some updates. Mayaca's every hurricane for like the last 2 years that has come through here has hit Mayaca Park. They are still without potable water. So they had to go get some water, and the site there, they do give you can pick up a gallon a day or something like that as needed.
Yeah.
But anyway, so between that and the wildfire that they put out, so there's a burn ban. So a lot of changes last minute with what we're doing over the weekend.
It's fine. It's fine. We're Floridians. We can adjust and adapt.
We have.
Yes.
So anyway.
We should invite people in and say hello to peoples and all that stuff.
Yep, I guess we can do that to get started. Actually, before we get started, I started a fad at the end of last week with sending something to the morning show for a Taco Tuesday that I thought they would wait until a Taco Tuesday to play. But they liked it so much that I think they've played it every single day. It made it into Thirsty Thursday trivia as a revisit and a recut. So for all those who have not seen it yet, get ready to get this brand new single jingle stuck in your head.
Chicken burrito, chicken burrito, chicken burrito, burrito, burrito.
There you go. It's stuck in your head now. It's there.
Yeah,
I'll
be singing it like in like 20 minutes.
and that was all me. That was like
the rap
reverbing and the like boom chicka boom boom stuff. That was all me beatboxing and messing post-production. Anyway, with that being said, Chicken Burrito fans, let's welcome everyone in. First up in the chat, we have Obsessed with Horror.
Welcome,
hello,
foolish mortals.
Welcome in. And then we have Scotty J. Travels.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Thanks for stopping by, Scotty. Uh-oh. And then we got Yo.
Brooklyn
in the house.
That's right. And then we've got Kevin in from Tuber Chat. Thanks for stopping by. And thank you so much for sharing that out. We really do appreciate it.
Yep.
Uh-oh. And then the one and only is here.
Oh, hold on. I found your button. There it is.
Is that the right button?
The legend.
That's the one.
Yes.
That's the one. Excellent. And we got everyone saying hi to everybody. That's right. Chicken burrito. Chicken burrito.
Oh, you got a live show now. You can carry the tune live, babe.
I can. Alien, tape for Kevin. Alien, tape, order that Amazon shopping cart.
Oh my God.
And then we've got Rob from Cruising on the High Seas.
Hello there.
And Travel.
Hello.
You guys need to check out his latest video too. He did a taste testing for a Thai chicken dish that he got super spicy. I like pad Thai.
Ooh, me too. Me too. Me too. We haven't had that in a while.
I know, right? We need to. Wait, no, I'm not stripping, Eddie. I took your challenge to go out in the hurricane and wave my buck flags. I'm not stripping.
You got to pay for that.
That's right. Now, if you give me a super chat, we'll talk. There you go. He's literally ordering it right now. Awesome. Trust me, you will not regret it. It comes in a big roll too, so you can, anyway. Great stuff. Awesome. Well, yes. Tonight's episode, we are talking car camping.
So before RVing.
Yes.
And this is, so car camping, you don't have to have all the fancy equipment. You just want to be one with nature in the cheapest way possible. So all you need is a car.
Yep. And actually...
Or a tent.
We actually did start that before we actually made that final choice to just move forward and buy the RV trailer.
I actually got a picture.
Yeah.
This is from a year ago, right before we bought the RV.
Yeah.
That's it. Whoops.
Wait, don't show him that picture. That was only for me.
Yes, that's the Artello ride that we had. And we bought just a regular size air mattress and put it in there. And Christine and CJ bought one that specifically fits the back of their SUV.
Yes, they did a fancified one.
I didn't want to spend that much, so.
And well, we already had that one, so that's why we held on to it. But yeah, so one of the things to keep in mind is that, that comfort.
Yes, so you're going to be miserable if you can't sleep good.
Yes. So here, let's see. Oh, there we go. It just took a minute. So here's an example. There's a couple of different ones. This one is a multifunctional.
What does that mean?
So it's designed to be able to go on just the grass, in a tent and get a full read, if you will. But it also has these flaps on the side. Hopefully you guys can see it. It's kind of hard to... Oh, wait. That's probably because I need to click over here. There you go. So it has these flaps that are designed to fold up on the wheel wells of your, SUV or whatnot. And there are some that you can get that are specific.
I mean, regular air mattresses, it'll work as long as you remember to bring your pump.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Like we did that one time at Buc-ee's parking lot. And
Yes.
We could not blow it up.
Yes. So we were car camping on the way to get said trailer. And we had already car camped once by just sleeping in the front seat of the car. And this time we decided we were going to bring the mattress with us and then blow it up when we got there. And what we did not realize was that the air pump we used regular power, and we had a converter to plug into our cigarette lighter or 12 volt, whatever you want to call it, except the pump took too much pressure and kept tripping. And so we couldn't blow up the mattress, and we still had to sleep on the hard, things itself. So
Exactly.
Yeah. We'll bring them in once they're set, because obviously they're having problems getting stuff set. So anyway, so this is definitely one example to try to make sure that you are sleeping in comfort, because you don't want to be all sore and just not happy, let's say. All right, so before we move on, all right, now we'll bring them in. Sorry, I prematurely brought you guys in before you were set. Sorry about that.
Hi, we're here.
It's tough to set up in the middle of a campground.
Yep.
On the
All right.
first car camp 1 year ago.
That's right.
Yeah,
that is right.
That's what I was showing the pictures of.
Oh, good.
Yep. All right, let's. We got a few more people that have come in, so let's welcome them in. We got Zach from Coco Culture.
Hey. How you doing?
I just saw a really easy thing that we have to try, guys. He did grilled cheese hot dogs in an air fryer. That he took regular hot dogs and they had the melty cheese all in it. He put butter on the buns and put everything in there at the same time and basically air fried it and made it nice and gooey and delicious.
Would that be
I can
nice?
see that.
So I could do that. That's a good camping, a camping meal
doing
too.
Chicken
Burritos.
Chicken
Burritos. That's actually what we're having at camp Saturday. Next, we have Liz, more than likely, from Carnival Cruise Addicts.
Oh wait, we got no, we're good. We're good.
All right. Anybody else sneak in here?
Oh,
Yep, we've got Darian. Thanks for coming in, Darian.
Hey.
Hey, Darian.
Telling you, we're looking forward to August. We're still trying to find a campsite there, but everything's full. But we're still at the very least coming out for the day trip in August to have spaghetti ice. You got me all worked up when we were in Helen, like all worked up. I was like looking forward to it. And then they had the water main break and I was let down.
I know.
I was totally like... when they couldn't do it. But you know what? It was them. It's not like they can control a broken water pipe.
I know.
Maybe they can. Conspiracy theory.
That's right.
Oh, how's the
Yeah,
campsite,
exactly.
guys?
It's like that would make for good. Yeah, I mean, we try to make it nice and simplistic in most camping meals because, we're there to be lazy and
I
be
know.
relaxed.
That's why we do hamburgers and hot dogs quite a bit because that's just easy for us.
Yeah.
But I put a request in to broaden her horizons, though, because every time I edit a video, we're cooking hamburgers or hot dogs. And I was like, babe, we got to mix it up.
That's the all-American camp meal.
That is an all-American meal, but I mean,
I know, but
right?
But I want to get more ideas out there.
Well, I went to Cracker Barrel for lunch on the way here, and I had a campfire meal that they have on their new menu. I sent Ryan a little food porn picture of it, but it was a couple
awesome.
of potatoes, carrots, kind of like a pot roasty, beef, and it came wrapped out in a tin foil, just like you had cooked it on the grill.
Yeah,
Or
had like 2 half pieces of corn.
Mm-hmm.
So corn on the cob.
Yeah.
I
It was
wouldn't
good.
mind doing baked potato and corn on the cob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Lucy Warren's World. Thanks for making it in.
Hey,
Well, Melinda, you'll be
What?
pleasantly surprised that for 4th of July, we're having hamburgers and hot dogs because it's the all-American meal.
Nice.
I guess
That
we
was
can
some
get
nasty potato salad too.
Yeah, potato salad
Gross.
or
No one likes
whatever,
that. No one likes
pasta
that.
salad.
No one likes that, except you guys. Nobody likes that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the weirdo.
Darren saying hi. And oh, yeah, I will send that to you then, Darren, because, we keep looking online, and there's several sites that are open like Friday night, but nothing open Saturday. So I will send you the info. Sweet. All right, so car camping. So we started talking a little bit about one of the things to, focus on is comfort, obviously. Some people can sleep in the front seats. No. We've done it. Got the T-shirt. The only thing that was good, it was in Buc-ee's, so I was able to groggily get up when I couldn't sleep at all to go get some more coffee in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And a brisket.
And a brisket.
And it's still busy at 3:00 in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah, the place doesn't ever stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2, make sure you have a battery-operated mattress blow-up. And don't assume that you can plug it into your 12-volt because then you'll be disappointed like we were when we were going up there.
They
And
could.
I remind you, that was right when it was about to just downpour on us, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys
we
were in a hell of a rush.
We moved everything to the front, expecting to lounge in the back, and it did not work. We had to get everything in the front, put it back in the back, so we could at least lounge on the cushions on the front seat.
You know what else works? Testing that 12-volt before you leave for camping.
That's a good one. That's a good.
Then you know if it works on that fuse or not. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yep. No, so that is definitely a number one thing to consider. Even if you don't have a blow-up mattress and it's just, roll-up foam, egg crates or whatever. I think back to when I was in Drum and Bugle Corps and, we toured around the country. I mean, Mel did it for a summer too, sleeping on gym floors. You had 2 egg crates that, were put together and you rolled it up. And
we were also a lot younger and
a lot thinner.
and not bad back aches and all that stuff.
We were in shape back then.
That was pre-arthritis.
Yeah.
Arthritis, yes.
Yeah. So that's number one with car camping. I guess we could stay in the car. You guys, I think, were the ones who found the bug nets, right? Weren't you the ones that found?
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that, because that's a game changer too with getting airflow and keeping the bugs out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's really just an elastic, a pouch, like
That
a pocket,
slides over your door.
just slides over and pull the strings tight at the bottom to hold it on. Close the door. Boom. No bugs.
No
But
bugs.
open windows.
Yep.
They
but
does
cooler
not
ones,
protect against rain, however.
No.
Yes.
No.
So if
Found
you get
that
rained on in the middle of the night, you're going to wake up soggy or wondering who or what is spitting on you in the middle of the night.
Mhm.
Things that have all happened to us. In that
And they
way.
make them for your sunroof too.
Yeah, we did see a sunroof version as well, but yep, that's it. There they are. The car window.
So-
They call them sunshades, but they
That's
work.
a fancy one,
That's ours. We bought
That's
these.
yeah.
but
that's
it
the one
looks
we
like it zips up and stuff.
Ours
It-
did.
they-
Oh,
They
They do
do.
zip up.
all
yeah.
ours do.
Yeah.
maybe we didn't use ours like that. I don't
No,
know.
we never had it down. We just kept them up. But
Oh.
Yeah.
it's really cool because, it's got sunshade, as CJ was saying, as well as the mesh to keep the bugs out.
Yeah.
And that we had them for all 4 windows.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, we did in the Telluride.
Oh, I actually have a picture of it.
Oh,
Oh.
let's let Melly show you that. So hang on. Let me stop sharing this so everybody
Oh.
can see.
Yeah. Yeah,
See?
that's what it looks
Yeah.
like.
You did it like 2 seconds, baby.
I know. I
Yeah,
was.
try again.
Here we go. See?
Yep.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah.
Hopefully everyone. If I see it, everyone can see it.
See if I can
Yeah.
read my phone.
So, but
Yeah.
no, those were a game definitely.
Those were like a must.
Yes.
Now, in March and April here, where we got into the 50s at night. Bug season hadn't started. It was okay to just crack a window and be okay. But past April, or tax day, if you will, past mid-April, bugs wake up, and that was a requirement.
Yeah.
Along with a battery-operated fan to move that air. That having the open air is one thing, but unless there's a breeze, you still need something to move around. So the same fan we use in the camper now is the one we use for car camping.
Yep. Same for us. It's the same one.
Yep.
So moving onward, the next thing you have to consider is trying to get yourself a little bit more shade and privacy at night. So a couple of the things that we have done has been, put your sunshade up in the front of your window, number one. But it does leave, if those mesh things don't completely give you blackout.
Right.
So one of the other things that we were doing was taking that bungee cord, hooking it to the clothes hangers or
The armrest.
the armrest,
The-
the OSH handle,
I believe they're for shit handles, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
So stretching the bungee out there and then putting like a towel or something
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
To give you a big towel or whatever. So that gives you a little more privacy. And it really comes in handy even more so than the sunshade if you're pointing at sunrise. So that sun doesn't just hit you when you're coming out.
And that's one thing, if you're in like a Buc-ee's parking lot where you have to do it or something like that. But I mean, there are plenty of in the woods places we found where we were pretty secluded. It's the equivalent of boondocking, really. So
Yeah.
there isn't anyone to bother you in that respect. So, that could be situationally speaking, a need. But it's good to have on hand with the rest of your car camping kit if you're going to try car camping.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So another thing, depending on where you're car camping, because you can technically boondock in a Buc-ee's like we did, or you can car camp in a tent / RV site.
Yep.
Which is what we did when we did just that one overnight in Mayaca about a year ago.
Yep.
And with that, we had access to the water pole, and we had access to the power pole. And most of the power poles, at least down here in Florida, not only have your 30 amp or 50 amp, but it usually has your 15 amp, if you will, which is your standard outlets.
Yeah, your 110
Your
house.
110,
110.
Yep.
So we ended up getting an extension cord and then splitting power between the two cars.
Yep.
As well.
We got a little setup there.
Yep.
I
was going to show mine too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's our pop-up tents.
Yep.
If you don't know where you're going to sit when you're not in your car, this is great.
Yes.
And you know, and they come with privacy shades too. So if you're not in a weather situation and it's, you know, i.e. raining or too windy, too hot, you can sleep in those too as well, as opposed to in the car, you know.
You could also put up
a roll-up cot works great.
You could also put up those shades and use it as a dressing room.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it comes in really handy when you're, I don't know, in Mayaca, right when all the bugs wake up, and you can't walk from the grill to the table 2 feet away without 4 million flies trying to fly on your food. So that came in really handy on that trip.
We have it here, but we don't know. We're not sure if we're going to be sending it up quite yet. We're in a pretty nice spot. We have not had any bug issues yet.
Nope, not yet.
But the sun is just, as you can see, I'm not blinded anymore. So the sun is just starting to head down past the tree line for us here.
Nice.
So.
Bet you the fire's going to keep some of the bugs under control.
Yeah, too bad there's a burn ban in effect.
There's a burn ban here.
Yeah, unfortunately, this state park had a wildfire, not near their facilities, but on site. Roughly a month ago. So at the latter part of April, they put their burn ban into effect until further notice.
Fire for you.
Yeah. Yep. Well, welcome in, Intrepids. Thanks for stopping by.
Welcome to party, pal.
Good day, mate. All righty. All right. So let's see here. One of the other things, let's talk. We're still kind of talking inside the car for now.
There's Bug.
Yep, there's Bug.
You called for him.
Yeah.
Fans. Those
fans
we have with the lights and the fans. Yeah, we talked about those ones.
Now, one of the other thing is, at least for me, is CPAP, right? I need a CPAP to sleep. And so when you are completely boondocking, there's no power to run said CPAP. So what I found after much searching to try to figure out what was the right one to get, and I'll put it in the description for anyone who does have a CPAP. I forgot to do it beforehand. But I found basically a battery backup that is enough juice to run your CPAP and humidifier for at least a 24-hour period. And that will stretch to almost 5 nights worth of use if you deactivate the heater and the humidifier and you just have the air. You might wake up in the morning with a little bit of a dry throat, but if you need more than a single night of power for your CPAP, then this battery backup with all the reviews are 5 to 7 days, depending on how many hours you sleep each night. So that has come in handy for the car camping when we were going to get it, and also hurricane, we lost power. So being able to plug into that, I still have at least a night worth of humidifier CPAP capabilities, which is awesome. And it doubles not only for that, but it also doubles as a regular outlet because it's got regular USB plugins too. So you could use it as a massive backup. One downside is that sucker is heavy. It is not light and it's not small. So we're talking, that big. Actually,
like a motorcycle. So a motorcycle battery.
Motorcycle.
I'm actually going to go get it really fast.
He's going to go get it.
Oh, it's show and tell. I love show and tell.
It is show and tell.
There's another thing I just thought of for inside, thinking back to the Telluride days.
Okay.
We had wedges for the back seat. that we could put in between the captain's chair, and if you didn't need the storage at that time, underneath the air mattress, so we wouldn't tip at all. It was a flat surface the whole back seat.
It's true. We did.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, comfort is I mean, you got to get a good night's sleep or it's just you're going to be miserable car camping.
Having a trunk with remote open close is also very helpful.
Very awesome. Yep. Get in bed, press the
Don't
button.
have that.
You're in.
I know. Once the door shuts, you're in. Had to go out like the side door.
So here it is.
That's not as big as you described.
It's big.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
So you saying it's big like a man is big? Anyway, it's 3.6 pounds. So when you're talking about weight and stuff like that, it's fairly heavy.
It's all right.
It's not. It's like I said. It's not heavy, but it's heavy when you're talking about backpacking and weight matters if you're going to do a hike or something like that.
Well,
But it's got USB-C and it's got USB-C, and then it's got
USB-C.
The regular plug-in to charge it with the D-Volt. And then this is what I use for the CPAP. It's basically a cigarette adapter, if you will. So I did also have to buy a secondary power cord that's for my machine that can plug into there. But overall, it is not bad at all. And it holds a charge. I still have full power, and I haven't charged it in like 6 months.
Since the last hurricane.
Until he goes to use it, and an hour later.
Yeah, right. But anyway, this has been a lifesaver for me for CPAP.
Well, at least we figured out our whole electrical system issue.
Stop leaving the lights on?
Well, not just that. When you go down a dirt road, everything rattles and loosens,
Sure
so you have to check all that.
Yeah. When we came back from Kissimmee Prairie Preserve,
That is
I think what happened was that rough road jiggled all the wires, and I noticed that the wires were heavy that connected to my monitor.
Okay.
And when I pulled them up and tapped it, it went back. So I guess it jiggled so much, and the wire bundle was so heavy that it snagged it and disconnected from the control panel.
That's a great park, but that is a rough road coming in since they raised it.
Yeah. I hope enough people drive on it to flatten it out somewhat, because man, I tried to ride my bike on that thing and it was shaking so bad. I told you guys, my phone lost my phone, and I realized a mile later that I had dropped it and had to turn around and re-bike that, and then turn around and re-bike that.
Hopefully, once the wet, remember we were there for the very dry season, so hopefully when the wet season comes along too, that will take care of some of those striations from the treads of the of the belly scraper or whatever they use to grade that road out.
Yeah. All right. So sorry, we got sidetracked. We're talking car camping, and all of a sudden we just start talking camping in general. But that's all good.
We like camping.
I know. I do. All right. So where are we?
So
we're in Mayaka.
Well, yes, we're not. We'll be there tomorrow.
We forgot to mention there is a poll. What was the poll? It was yes or no?
Basically a yes, no, or no, but I want to try. And that is, have you ever car camped, or is car camping something you'd be interested in, wanting to do?
Yeah. So like I said, it's a cheap way to get outdoors. You don't need an RV. It's sometimes you get really close up in some of the nature. It's easier.
When you think in the end, it's basically tent camping, just using your car instead of buying a tent.
Right.
That too.
And what made us start car camping originally is, I love a good road trip, but hotels were starting to get expensive. So you could sit in a hotel parking lot, car camp for free, and still do all the trips you want to do.
I cannot stand booking a hotel room now.
I know.
I don't like it. After having our RV with us everywhere we go, I don't like booking a hotel.
I'm inclined to generally agree, but there is a cost value based on distance of trip from
I know.
that does have to be calculated. But 400 miles. I know that's not as much for us in Florida, but in some cases that's way out of the state that people live in.
Yeah.
So that's, if you're under mathematically, we're still pretty confident that $400 mark, or 400 mile mark, is where your make break. If you're going more than 400, you're probably better off on the drive.
In one day.
Yeah, in a given trip, you're probably better off in a hotel, based on the fuel economy difference when you're hauling versus not, and the cost of a campground. Sure, you can try to boondock, but not everywhere is boondock friendly.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Yeah.
you just got to stay somewhere that's official. Per se.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've even contemplated, I was telling Mel, contemplating trying to car camp in the truck somewhere in, Miami, Fort Lauderdale at a Cracker Barrel or something like that when we do some of our ship tours. But she's like, that ain't going to happen. I was like, we could buy a cover for the back of the bed and sleep in the back. And she's like, no, we're not going to be sleeping out in the car, in a place in Miami.
I don't trust Miami.
I was going to say, Silver Fox, Fred has an actual tent for his
right,
board.
right.
So, I mean, that is a little bit fancier than just, I don't know, a blanket you were going to use?
Yeah. I was looking for something, but yeah.
Let me throw a blue tarp over the back. I'm sure that'll take care of it.
They have a Tiano cover?
Yeah, of course they have a Tiano cover. So
okay. You can just slide yourself right into your Tiano cover and close your door. You just unsnap a button or two. You'll be able to breathe.
True.
Bring snorkels.
Yeah.
No
All
one
right.
will know you there.
So let's talk
what
about
what is Darian asking? What about what?
I don't know. I can't see the chat from here.
What about Urama?
Is that I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Is that a campsite?
Maybe because we said Mayaka. I don't know.
Or is he trying to say Miami?
Yeah.
Sorry, Darian, I can't decipher that.
Your mammy.
Your mama.
We don't bring
Yeah.
our mamas camping.
No. But I've looked for campsites in Miami and Fort Lauderdale, but every time I look, they're like $100+ a night. And I'm like, by the time I figure gas hauling, the tolls that I'd have to pay going across the alley, Alligator Alley, pulling a trailer, $100+ a night. I'd need it for 2 nights because I can't leave the trailer there while we're on the tour. It's like, well, a hotel is $175 and I'm paying $200, not including gas and tolls for driving the RV to Miami at the 1 or 2 sites that are available down there. And that's just
one of these times we'll stop at that one place that I've been looking at. We'll just have to budget time a little bit.
Oh, a dad joke. Sorry. Okay. Usually I get dad jokes, but I was missing it there. My bad. My bad.
Speaking of your mom.
My mom or your mom?
Your mom.
Said obey the speed limit.
It is Mother's Day this weekend. Yeah.
The entire highway. That's constantly what was on every damn sign.
Okay.
That's funny.
Crazy.
All right.
So
let's. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have another thing that I never could get when I was car camping, but was highly recommended to me by other car campers, and that is the Jackery solar battery backup.
A solar generator / battery. Backup.
Yeah.
Jackery is a brand name, not a device description.
Not a device description.
Yeah, I've been eyeballing some of their battery backup stuff just to have. It'd be great to have with the RV.
Yeah. Now, you guys being the excellent packers and organizers that you are, had a pre-packed car camping kit set up.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Still do.
Yeah.
We still do.
I mean, we've taken a few things out of it to move into this camping, but it had the camp stove. It had the blanket that we put down and the wedges before we put our air mattress down, which doesn't fit the truck the way it did the Telluride, so I'm not quite sure why we still have that.
Had the thermosol in
and had
there.
we kept the thermosol in there.
lanterns.
Yeah, lanterns, flashlights, fire star. I mean, we trowel for a cat hole if you need it there. And,
Roll
depending-
toilet paper. I mean,
Yeah,
we
roll of
had
TP,
it
that's
down
right.
to 2 bins.
2 bins.
And that's all we needed to go car camping. 2 bins and a cooler.
Yeah, 2 bins in the cooler for food. Yep.
Mhm.
And that was great because I
now-
remember you guys had it and you're like, all right, whoop, all right, we can go.
We're ready.
Yep.
Good to go.
Well, I'm like, wait. What do we need now? We need this. We need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to make you feel better, we had a list. It's just that everything on the list was in there, and the list then
Yeah.
went on top of it went inside.
Right,
Mhm.
right. Hey,
And now-
welcome in Destination Fun.
Hey.
As of this morning, we bring everything but the kitchen sink, according to CJ.
Yeah, I mean, if she makes me put any more stuff in the camper, I'm going to.
You'll be over your max weight limit.
Yeah, well, that yes, I probably will be over my gross vehicle weight limits, but I will have to leave her home
I'm
because there's no
sorry.
more space.
In my current condition, I need the leg pillow, the back pillow, the walker, the wheelchair, extra cushions for when I'm sleeping, like a bandage kit,
The wound
a wound
kit.
care kit.
She could
stuff
buy
for my-
her a second set and leave it in there. So
Look, she's definitely
Don't give
making
her any ideas.
yeah, please don't. But it's not so much that I have to take all this stuff with us, but I'm the only one who has to take all of the stuff and do things with the stuff.
Yes.
Soon,
Yeah.
guys, soon.
It's getting there. One of the other things, I know we're kind of jumping around again, but I just thought about this. So we're talking SUVs, and we're assuming people are going to be car camping in an SUV. We know that's not always the case.
It's
No.
true.
So
Pickup trucks are
Wait.
great.
what you need to do is sell your car and get an SUV.
No.
Sell your car and get a
Most-
Telluride, damn it.
Most cars, because a lot of the videos I watch are more cars than SUVs, anyways.
That's true.
Those seats fold down, so you slide right into the trunk.
That's true. So
Yeah.
Here's a throwback to my mid-20s. So it was a long time ago. Dinosaurs walked around. I was a manager at a Checkers, and the restaurant I happened to end up shuffled around to because I was a manager who had a car, which meant I often was transferred to new locations, was an hour and 20 minutes from my house. There are lots of times in my Chevy Cavalier that I did exactly what you said. I dropped the back seats flat and slid my ass right in and slept half trunk, half, because you close a fast food restaurant at 2 a.m. An hour clean, that's 3. And when you got to be back at 9 with an hour commute each way, it's like I can get more sleep in our drive-through than I can driving home
and driving back.
and driving back.
Yep,
So
I've
it is
felt that.
totally doable, totally doable in a car as well compared to an SUV.
Mhm.
However, just buy a Telluride and your problems are solved.
Now, one of the other things that they have, though, on top of that, and it does go on top of your car, actually have, if you have the ability, even on a smaller car, to have a roof rack that can hold a certain number of weight, they actually design little pop-up things that fold out. And you basically have a little ladder that you climb up into it, and you've got a place that you can stretch out on top of the car. That's basically like a pop-up camper. So looks a lot like the storage things that you would put on.
It does, yeah, I was saying like one of
It
those
looks like a turtle.
like those turtle shells or those snail, those cargo snail things that Sears used to sell. Remember Sears, guys? That was I know I'm really dating myself.
I remember,
again, talking.
I remember.
Yeah. But if
Now,
you're serious
here's my
about it, you really like doing it, then that's an option as well.
That is a great yes. Now that I tend to feel that that's probably a solo person's event as opposed to a dual person, unless you're the complete opposite of Ryan and myself.
Yes. Think
because
about the weight.
I already feel like I'm going to be, exceeding any weight limits personally.
That's pretty cool.
Well, but Fred almost got one of those instead of the
I
camper.
know. But that's a fancy one.
Those start around $40,000.
Wow. Give me an RV.
Yeah,
Travel trailer.
RVs are cheaper than those. Fred, good old Silver Fox, absolutely. We shopped those with him, and he's like, "These are stupid expensive. I'm like, yes, they are. So, yeah, that's why he's getting that RV from Texas, we think. Maybe. Fingers crossed on that he joins in the Cool Kids Club.
Yep. All right, so we've already talked about kind of power lighting, glow sticks, the battery-operated fans, things like that. Talk food and water, or food and drinks and stuff, because car camping, it's not like you're going to have a fridge in many cases. So you got to pack smart.
Yep.
You park in the Buc-ee's parking lot, and you go inside, and you get a brisket 3 o'clock in the morning.
And then at 7, you go back in for the brisket burrito.
Yes.
We did a lot of things like sandwiches.
Yeah, so that was the kind of
things we could grill.
Yeah, the reason we put so much prep into the gear, so it was 2 easy bins, is because exactly we were planning for something we were, doing on a fire quick, or was pre-made and on ice or dry ice, depending on the length of our time there.
Yeah,
and of course packing the cooler, ice top, ice bottom, or even layered accordingly, depending on your time you're going to play. That's a whole other science to packing a cooler properly, apparently.
Yeah.
Right.
Still haven't quite mastered.
Yeah. Something about dry ice on top to keep it colder.
Yeah.
Colder on the bottom.
Yeah. If you want things frozen, those go on the bottom and then you ice on top. If you want things cold, ice goes in and then those things go on top of them.
They sit on top of it.
Yeah. And then if you need both, then you put stuff down, you ice it. Then you put stuff on top.
Put more stuff on top.
Yeah, exactly.
The only drawback is when you need to get to said bottom through said top, and then it starts to all become just one collection. But it's the thought that starts to count.
Yeah, hopefully that's like day 2, and you're on your last night, or day 3, and it's your last night, and doesn't matter. You've drained the water out. It's at other guys' campsite, so you're not stepping in it.
Yeah. All right. So what else we got?
But I reckon, again, just to recap on that food point, food planning is definitely much more of a necessity. You can't necessarily wing it.
Although we did get a Coleman 1 burner.
Yep. Again, we had a single Coleman burner for eggs or hot dogs in a frying pan quick if weather wasn't conducive or a spot you weren't in a spot where you could have a fire. Things like that. But yeah, pre-making sandwiches and other things is definitely something to plan on that. Or make sure you're boondocking near a Cracker Barrel.
Or, which not everybody has, but pub subs are a great fallback.
Yep.
We do that all the time too.
Yep.
So.
Oh,
yes!
Oh, yay!
Hey,
what's up?
Thank you.
It doesn't work for us, but I'll do it anyway. Yay!
Yeah,
it doesn't work.
So. We'll just do that.
It definitely doesn't work here, but it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm
having a cool.
You rock. Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, it doesn't work. My iOS isn't doing nothing.
Whoa! Thanks for the super chat, dude. You're like totally gnarly, and that was radical. Like, seriously, dude.
Oh, thanks a megaton for the super chat. That was totally clutch on your bodacious. What? You're a true legend.
Wow. She don't know bodacious, dudes.
Bodacious.
Mel says we need new ones. So I guess
maybe time to sniff those clips a little bit there, buddy.
Well, you know what then? Fine. We'll just do this.
Chicken burrito. Chicken burrito. Chicken burrito. Burrito. Burrito.
I already had dinner. We had Jack Daniel's pulled pork and rice for dinner, so no chicken burrito. Nice. That's tomorrow night.
What kind of margarita are you making, Scott?
Oh, he's making margaritas and listening. So put down that margarita.
They do make battery-operated blenders for your car camping event.
Yes, they do.
And they also make them with the 12-volt for to plug into your cigarette lighter or your 12-volt outlet, whatever you like to call it. So you can definitely take margaritas on the road. Just don't drink and drive.
That's right. COVID made that great. That was the best thing that came out of COVID.
Was to go margaritas
from Chili's. I loved how they sealed the cup and they're like, the straws Oh, the straw, it's like 7 layers underneath all your food. So don't worry about that. Get that when you get home. And like on the top so you can't rip it open.
Scott, if you're margarita adventurous, I saw a recipe the other day for a Dr. Pepper margarita.
Yes, we did. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm sure you can Google that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to. The only thing good Dr. Pepper is the slushy from Buc-ee's.
Yes.
Yep.
That's good slushy.
All right, so let's talk about another important thing when car camping.
Taking a poop?
I was going to say hygiene. So yes, obviously with the RV, we have the freedom of shower. Should we need shower, bathroom facilities? Should we need bathroom facilities? So yes, we might want to be, close proximity still to the facilities, but it's not the end of the world if we're not. So that would be critical if you're car camping, is really looking at the sites and picking a site that's close to the bathrooms and showers. So that way you're not having to walk half a loop.
You're in a car, Ryan, just for the record, you can drive to the showers in your tent. Your car.
Yeah, but that you don't want to drive and park and drive and park and drive and park.
Tip of the day, that's everybody's car camping favorite gym, Planet Fitness. For $10 a month, you get free showers.
Exactly.
So many people
camping out of Love's or Flying J,
they have
just sign yourself right up.
They have shower facilities as well.
Yep.
A
lot of
but
RVers.
if you are in a campsite that's not boondocking, at least here in Florida, our experience is about 90+% of the campsites we've been to have some sort of, even if it's a compost toilet, there's still some sort of water.
Yep.
You can't drink it, but you can bathe with it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. So that's definitely something just in your planning phase when you're car camping at an actual, park or something like that.
Bucky needs to put some showers in their bathrooms. That'll make it great. Could you imagine the size of the showers they put in there?
I know.
Here's the thing, though. What happens when you venture outside of the East Coast and Texas area?
And there's no Buc-ee's.
When you go to, the mid-United States or the western side.
Yeah, when you go to one of those
no Buc-ee's. Now what
you
you gonna do?
Sad places that are Buc-ee-less.
then you got to go be one with nature and bring your own toilet paper.
But Love's and Pilot are nationwide.
Yeah, and another thing that I've been looking into, that Melinda brought to my attention last time we went camping, was they do make pop-up showers.
Yeah,
they do.
Mm-hmm.
They also make pop-up tents for an outdoor shower if you're lucky enough to have one like I do.
Yeah, I was going to say that we're going to probably outdoor shower here in Mayaca.
We are.
That's what I would totally do, because I was thinking about it. I was like, if we had a hose outside, we totally would take our showers outside, or at least rent off.
We take our showers outside at your house.
Yeah. Actually, Ryan found one. They're about $40.
They are. And that's really something I want.
Yeah. Well, what the
and make a perfect Mother's Day.
Up? Let's see.
It's just a pop-up tent.
Oh, it was gone and quick. It came and went quick, but okay, I see.
Hang on, maybe I hit the button too fast.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah, that's kind of.
That's what I want. You just hang your shower in. There's a hole in the back.
Oh yeah.
You put your shower right in, and boom, you are covered to take an outdoor shower,
nice.
Which probably would beat that one time where I literally tried to shower in the rain
at band camp.
Campsite.
Oh my God,
and
that's
then
such
it stopped raining.
Oh my
on
God,
me.
mid-shower, covered in soap, both of us, naked in the woods. The Mother Nature's like, oh, that's it. I'm done raining. Screw you guys.
I'm taking my good choice and going home.
Exactly. I'm turning the AC on to get the condensation to drip off the back of the finish dripping, getting soap out of our hair. That was an ordeal.
But there you go. You got your pop-up camper shower. They have a bunch of different. They have a super duper one here.
Is that like the is that the 4-person one for all of us?
Yes, there is one that comes with the whole bench and everything inside.
Wow. We could all get in on that. That's a good time.
Yeah, it's got places.
62 by 62.
That's a pretty darn big one. You have places
That's over 5 feet in each direction. 60 inches is 5 feet. So, wow.
Yeah.
Who wants to shower in there? That's a cheap enough tent just to live in.
Yeah, I can live in that tent. I don't need that as a shower. Well, that's perfect for bike storage, guys.
That could be good. Oh, that could be good for e-bike storage outdoors.
Speaking of which,
on longer camps.
That's another thing we used to do a lot when we car camped.
We used to always
bring our bikes. And a lot of people get their bikes stolen just at camp. Even when they chain it to something or whatever, they cut the chain. So something that's been really popular lately that I've been seeing is the bicycle tent garage. It is just a little tent, not maybe 4 feet tall or whatever, as tall as your bike. You put your bikes in there. But it comes for multi-uses. If you don't have your bike, you could put your cooler in there. Or you could put whatever else you need to store in there.
How about your
wife?
How about your wife?
So you have more room in the car for car camping.
Yep.
I don't recommend that at a gas station, but
no, Buc-ee's would probably not approve of that.
Yeah,
probably not.
In the park you could. Hey,
hey, Mike! Thanks for coming in. So, all right. Yeah. So again, that would definitely be a cool thing to have for sure.
All right. But we were talking about pooping.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think we that was
that we pretty much
all encompassed. I think we talked about that. So basically find yourself a campsite near facilities.
Yep. Or have a small trowel, because our car camping kit had a trowel for digging a foxhole, a cat hole, whatever hole they call them. Leave no trace. That's right. As long as it's buried, it's not left. Or what you can't see, you don't know.
The other thing, and I know it's part of camping, let's face it. But one of the other things is what I ended up getting for when we were doing those long Uber drives.
Oh, yeah.
And you get one of those little things that has a funnel, and you can do your business, with the car doors open and just kind of there, and it was all self-contained.
This is a lot of TMI, guys. This is a
lot of TMI. It's the Uber driver's portable urinal.
Yeah.
Pretty much is what it was.
If you drive 14 hours of Uber in Tampa, there's only so many places to pee into a certain amount of time, and then it's the side of somebody's, fence or a portable urinal.
Yeah, and I've had to use it. I mean, because there's usually in downtown Tampa, there's 1 or 2 gas stations that are usually open late night that let you use the facilities.
Yep.
And of course, you make a beeline there, and when you get there, they're like, "Oh, it's closed," and you're like, "Oh my god!"
So for the ladies, it's called a sheeness for car camping or hiking or otherwise.
Yep.
It turns it into a funnel for you, so you could go like a boy standing up.
Yeah, and again, I know it's we're talking about it. You got to talk about it, but you got to talk about it. That's something that you got to do. So
exactly,
everybody's got to go.
Yep. Hey, welcome in, Fuzzy Adventures.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh my goodness! Thank you, Liz.
Hey. Everyone, the sheeness put it over the top, I'm sure.
Yo, thanks a radical ton for the super chat. You're totally tubular, and its support is totally gnarly. You rock.
Yeah, dudes and dudettes. Yeah, peace out, man. We love you.
Oh, that's all we have.
Those are the only 2 we have. God. And that one, I was like, she said the whole thing, and then after we cut, actually before we cut, I cut it off. I'm like, you said the whole thing had nothing. I had to ad-lib, and my ad-lib sucked this time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we'll have to make some new ones. Thank you, Liz, though. We really, really do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So
we won't have to live in our camper anymore now. And poop in the woods. We can afford a toilet.
Yeah. All right.
Here for that whole conversation.
Oh my gosh.
Very good. So we are almost wrapping up here. So I guess right now, before we bring it home, would be a good time to remind everyone of a certain group cruise that is going to be going on in November.
Yep.
So take a look at this. And this might be the last time you see this because I might have some at least slight updates next time.
Attention all adventurers and travel lovers. Are you ready to embark on the ultimate getaway? Join PK Adventure Travels for an unforgettable group cruise aboard the brand new MSC World America, a ship that redefines luxury and adventure on the high seas. This is a 7-night Caribbean cruise departing from vibrant Miami, Florida on November 22nd, 2025. Imagine spending Thanksgiving week surrounded by turquoise waters, warm sunshine, and breathtaking destinations. Here's what's in store. Explore the tropical paradise of Roatan, Honduras. Discover the stunning beauty of Costa Maya, Mexico. Dive into the vibrant culture and crystal clear waters of Cozumel, Mexico. And enjoy pure relaxation on MSC's private island, Ocean Cay, where white sand beaches and exclusive experiences await. You don't want to miss this opportunity to cruise, connect, and create memories with like-minded travelers. Whether you're looking for adventure, relaxation, or both, this cruise has it all. Spaces are limited, and this is your chance to sail with PK Adventure Travels and experience the Caribbean like never before. Call now or visit us online to reserve your spot. The countdown to your dream vacation starts now.
Yes. And this Saturday, 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time, Mel and I will have the premiere of the World America Highlight Tour that we just did.
Yep.
And surprisingly, I mean, there was a whole snafu. You'll see about it in the video, but
We did not film the whole ship,
no.
but the video is 45 minutes.
Could you not get photo permission from Orlando Bloom and Drew Barrymore? Were they not willing to allow their images to be captured?
Yeah, it wasn't that. It was actually the ship is so massive and there's so much to see, number one, that we couldn't get through it all. And because of a snafu during our halfway stop for lunch, we ended up with a different travel agent tour because this was the actual first travel agent tour that was done on the World America.
Oh, shit.
There were like 100 of us there that they broke into 3 groups. And even with the snafu, we missed half of what they were going to show us. And the video's still 48 minutes long.
Wow.
So there is so much on that ship. I cannot wait to get there and have a full week on it in November.
Yeah.
Now, personally, if I were in your shoes, I would not want the tour in advance because I'd want to surprise myself with the cruise.
Oh, no, I got
brand new and fancy.
No.
I'm the opposite. I got everything planned out that I want to do now.
Yeah. Once she saw that, she's like, I was thinking I wasn't going to do this, but yeah, you know what? That price isn't that bad for that. Let's do that. So, all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close out our poll as well. So you got a few more seconds if you want to get in there. If you've car camped, yes. No, I haven't car camp, or no, I haven't car camp, but I do want to try it. So we're going to close that out. I guess I could have added one that'd be like, no, I haven't camped, and hell no, I don't want a car camp.
Oh, no.
That's right. Some people would be like,
Oh, hell no.
I'm telling
Right.
you, want to take a good road trip, and it's not a lot of you. It's the best way to go.
It's a good couples of experience. Definitely don't bring the kids. I mean, you know me, never bring them anywhere. Just duct tape them to a chair, put them in their closet, leave them a bowl of kibbles and bits, and they'll be fine.
yeah.
Maybe one of those old gerbil feeders on the wall.
Wait.
And
All right.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. Yeah.
Oh,
We
welcome.
like to support other channels, guys.
Definitely hit that pound PKAT or hashtag PKAT. I'll make sure I reach out to you as well, Fuzzy Adventures, once we're done, to make sure that we're connected up to you.
Everybody,
thanks.
everybody, go raid that channel.
Yeah. All right. So we have 58% no, they have not car camped. 25% have car camped, and 16% have not, but might give it a shot.
Okay.
That's not bad. That's almost a 50-50 split across the board.
Yeah.
Out of all 6 people who voted. No, I'm just kidding.
We had 12.
Oh,
But, All right.
It's a good split. That is.
Yeah, definitely.
So speaking of packing, we gotta go finish packing.
Yeah, we got to finish packing. So we're going to go
When's the
ahead and.
last minute Packers?
We packed
Yep.
for this
Packed
weekend
for
last
this
week.
Last week, yeah.
We just gotta throw our bikes in.
So,
Oh, see,
Nice.
We're packed
Yep.
for Norway, you know.
well, we're not quite packed for Norway yet, but
yeah,
we're getting
You
close.
know us.
I know. We're always late. All right, guys. Have a good evening. I know Thirsty Thursday Trivia is coming up in about an hour, so make sure you head over there to Controversial Cruising, Scott's channel. He supposedly has another Real Men commercial in between the two. I was featured the last time as a real man, almost butt naked in a hurricane. Thank you. Before we leave, though, there is one more thing I need to do just to make sure it's instilled in everyone's brain. And that is
Chicken burrito. Chicken burrito. Chicken burrito. Burrito. Burrito.
all right. With that being
So
said,
everybody knows these chicken burritos
Better be the best
be
thing I've ever eaten.
amazing.
You better bring your A++ game there, Gordon Ramsay.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Have a good evening, a good rest of your week, and we'll see you next time on.
Scenic route.
Scenic
See you out.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.